We truly are boldly moving forward. You know, this 22-23 budget is like any other budget. It wasn't created overnight. In fact, it takes roughly 9 months, about the same as having a baby, to create the financial blueprint for the next year. And luckily, we're not changing any diapers. Now, we did get input from city departments, the city council, and even some citizen input for the budget. Let's take a look at the numbers and see how they shake out. The overall budget is over $259 million, coming from revenue sources that includes industrial tax agreements, property and sales taxes, state and federal grants, and various other sources. While the county continues to raise property values, the city remains focused on lowering your tax burden. That's something that can't be said for those other taxing entities. For 3 straight years, the city has worked to reduce property taxes. This year, the rate has dropped by 3.5 cents from last year. That's almost 7 cents lower over the past 4 years. And speaking of your property, the homestead exemption in Baytown is exceptional. The city is maintaining the maximum 20% exemption for all tax-paying residents, but we've also worked hard to increase the exemption for those 65 and older and the disabled. That rate has been increased from $60,000 to $80,000. Our community was built on a strong foundation that includes an amazing relationship with our major industrial partners. They continue to prove why these relationships are important because more than 50% of the city's revenue, that's just over $66 million, comes from those partnerships, which decrease the tax burden on all Baytonians. Now let's get into where the money is used because the city is focused on increasing everyone's quality of life. A big percentage of the budget goes into infrastructure like your roads, water quality, and sewer systems. City leaders remain aggressive in making sure critical needs are not only met, but that the quality is excellent. Leaders also continue the work into improving the city's insurance ratings because the better the rating, the cheaper your insurance will be. Baytown's fire department has an ISO Class 1 rating from the Insurance Services Offices, while the city remains a FEMA Class 5 community when it comes to flood insurance. Both ratings are among the highest communities can receive. When it comes to safety, Baytown has a strongly funded team of police, firefighters, and paramedics. $61 million is going to our first responders. These departments continue to be funded this way in order to have the proper equipment to save lives and protect our community. But it's not all about infrastructure and safety. Remember that quality of life? We want to make sure you have improved parks and trails for you and your family to enjoy. That includes those Little League fields and others where our future leaders are having fun on the weekends. And finally, we've saved the big partner projects for last. I mean, it's what everyone's talking about anyway. While the city is carefully spending money on those critical needs, they're also focused on building off a firm foundation and into the future. The Hyatt Regency Baytown Houston Hotel and Convention Center is one of those partner projects that was built with future development in mind on the southeast side of town. The city is spending $4 million on this, with the rest coming from bonds that will be repaid through sales tax and hotel revenues. T36 at Baytown is another partner project that is also geared to bring golf back to Baytown while providing unique dining options and future development just a mile or two from the Hyatt. The city is spending $6 million in incentives on this project. The Garth Expansion Project, the Flood Mitigation Project, and a new public safety building are 3 other partner projects that the city is committed to in order to improve our community. You gotta admit, the future looks bright, full of innovation, collaboration, and thoughtfulness that will help continue to create a better Baytown.